Hello everyone, today I'm sharing a design I use almost every day, Venmo. I'll be talking about why this app is a really good design and how it connects to concepts we've learned in class. First of all, my story with Venmo started in during graduation season when me and my friends would go out and we would have to split bills and dinner, and it was always awkward to figure out who's gonna owe who, and we just agreed on downloading Venmo because I haven't used Venmo before and a friend recommended it, and it just became super easy and super simple to just pay each other really quickly in the moment without any awkwardness, and nobody forgetting debts and no cash needed as well. Now, the origin of Venmo, it started or was founded in 2009 by two Penn roommates, Andrew Cortina and Ikram Magdun Ismail, in Philadelphia. And it was started after frustration with traditional payment systems. They were trying to pay each other, but checks and banks and cash was too slow or too repetitive, or it didn't work out as simple as or how they wanted it to be, and they started Venmo. But it was originally a music startup, interestingly, and then it pivoted to a mobile payment. And then it was bought by Braintree in 2012 by 26 million, and then it was bought by PayPal in 2013. Now, key affordances in Venmo. This is what Venmo lets you do. The main affordance is sending and requesting money with just two taps. And you can just search contacts on your phone and or the Venmo network, and you could add emojis to make the transaction personal. And you can also see a social feed, and this creates transparency and trust within friend groups, in my opinion. The designers at Venmo collaborated to make this payment minimal, while also adding that like social media esque style to it. Now onto the signifiers. That guide the users the large blue pay or request button, which clearly indicates the main action. The color coding for receiving money, which is green, and sending money, which is red. And it also separates pay and request buttons to prevent user errors. And the transaction and the icons are clear and very simple to navigate, and doesn't have a really high cognitive load on the user. As you can see, separate buttons here. Now, bridging the gulf of execution. This connects directly to what we learned, the gap between wanting to do something and figuring out how to do it. And with Venmo, this gap is extremely narrow. Only two taps needed to complete a transaction. And the constraints prevent mistakes, like the pay and request button being separate, large bubbles, the text being large as well. Really simple. Now, the values embedded in the design. Venmo values convenience and speed over the detailed security explanations like in banks. It also values social connection through visible feed and transactions with like emojis and text. It also emphasizes trust through transaction history, and it values accessibility and usability by making payments really easy for people who are intimidated by traditional banking and stuff like that. Now, who's benefited and who's left out? It benefits young millennials and Gen Zs with smartphones and bank accounts. It excludes people without smartphones and bank access, which kind of makes it difficult for people who can't get a bank access. And it also raises privacy concerns with the public feed of transactions where people can see the transactions between others. Now, ethical considerations. Ethically, public transactions by default are questionable, and researchers have used public Venmo data to track drug dealers and private activities. So it's like there's a good and a bad to it. And all your spending data is collected and could be monetized within Venmo. And also they require bank accounts, so that just adds on to it. And it also excludes people without banks. Now, evidence of good design. There's 380 million lifetime downloads. There's 70 million active users. It's ranked number 3 in Google Play, and users complete average 5 transactions monthly. This shows it's a really good app with really good design. Sources, and thank you everyone for listening.